Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. Welcome back to another episode of the Yokai Watch 3 Let's Play. And if you did miss out there in the last one, well, we just went and jumped on into Hailey Ann's story, and from there we got to go and see that, hey, we now do have Usoppon finally within our team for that part there going on within the heroine story. But now we're going to be going and jumping back to the hero story, which of course is going to be with Nate once again, and this time around we're going to have to go and learn a little bit more about this whole place of the BBQ, because we still have to go and see what our school is going to be all about, and meeting up with some other new fellow characters that are going to be starting to make their appearance within the game as well, because since right now we don't really have a Bear or the other friend of Nate's, which I keep on forgetting what his name is as well too, because they were a part of the Springdale story and that was going on from there. But now we have to go and find some new type of friends to go and be meeting up around within here, so why not go and check around with the school and see what that actually does have to offer, and do some exploring around within there. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be just doing out here with Yokai Watch 3, but we are going to be moving back into some more of the Twilight Princess Let's Play, because if you guys do recall, we are still moving onwards into the Forest Temple. We still have to go and complete up with the boss that is going to be happening there, which it really shouldn't be all that too bad. I still kind of remember exactly how the boss battle should be, but hopefully we don't really run into a game over when that happens within our first attempt, but anything is possible though, right? Now, also too, just for a reminder is that since we do have our Yokai Watch here, now there is going to be some times where there is going to be a little red type of hue that's going to be showing up around within our Yokai Watch type of meter that is over there on the top right hand side, because if we ever do see anything that is going to be shining red, that normally means that there is a specialty type of yokai or a yokai encounter that is going to be somewhere hidden in one of the underneath a car, or maybe it's going to be hidden in a sort of trash can, or maybe even in a tree for all that matters. And we could be able to go and hopefully try to befriend with them, but unfortunately if we don't befriend them, that's all right. We could go and hopefully try to encounter with them again at another point. Now, how the befriending actually does work is that if you ever do have a certain food, which we are going to be learning about the food here in the yokai game here for Yokai Watch 3, we can actually go and purchase out these different foods, and if there's a certain yokai that actually enjoys that certain item there, we can actually have a nice, better friend rate encounter, so that by the time that we go and knock out on that yokai, we could actually go and potentially add him onto the team here. Now, there is going to be some food that is going to be a little bit, I want to say a little bit in the high range, because there is going to be some food that are going to be worth around like $3 or so. But I know that we've been doing a little bit of some battling so far, so we are at least around within the $3 range anyways, and we should be able to at least get, well, I want to say at least some sort of medicine item for us, at least within the early game of our time. I know that we haven't really done too much battles, but that should be kind of happening a little bit later throughout our way of what's going on here in Yokai Watch 3 when I do some off-record stuff and whatnot. But looks like Blunder and Foley have what has showed up here, or I should say, well, Mulder and Scully, but again, that's a different TV show compared to what's going on here in the game. But yeah, so now we're going to be learning about what these Y files are going to be happening from here, so that since we're kind of getting some information from what these guys are all about, but if you know, is that sometimes with the FBI you don't want to go and spill out the beads too much, right? Because it's their top of well, their special investigation. We don't really want to get entwined into all of that type of stuff there just yet. So yeah, if you ever do go and head on into the cafeteria here, there is a different, well, I guess you just have to just go and talk to the cafeteria lady, and she'll basically just give you the items that are going to be here within this particular spot. Well, yeah, we already kind of saw that during our way there, Whisper, during the very beginning of the game, right? Because we saw a UFO that just went and randomly crashed somewhere in the New Mexico area, right? So we're gonna have to see what that is gonna be transpiring about, and maybe that could be the potential antagonist of this game. Because I'm kind of curious to see who is gonna be the main villain out of this whole entire game here. Because like I know before we went and battled out, who is his name, McCracken or something like that. Was that his name? Hopefully I'm right on his name, but I know that we had to go and tackle him out before in Yokai Watch 1, which was pretty nice because we were able to go and accomplish out the battle. Not all that too bad, if I have to say so myself. But now speaking about with the battling in this game of Yokai Watch 3, I still have to try to get used to it. So just bear in mind that like within a couple of episodes, you guys are gonna be kind of seeing me maybe kind of mess up here and there. I'm gonna try and still figure out how this whole battle system works, because it is a little bit annoying how you kind of have to like do it in a checker type of way of how you have to like kind of move the different medallion pieces around so that you can at least try to dodge out on different enemies' attacks, or try to line up on a certain enemies so that you can be able to go and hopefully try to tag team up with each other. Now, I think we are going to have to learn about how well, I guess how the way of the different tribe combos are going to be working, because I know that kind of happened before in Yokai Watch 1, and I think also in Yokai Watch 4, is that if you actually have like a set of different tribe type of yokai within that certain clan there, you can actually be able to set up for different combo attacks, and different combo attacks can kind of help you out with probably at least with healing, or maybe helping you out with a much better attack or something. It's really nice to go and have those type of things there. So now we have this yokai, which I don't think we ever seen before, so I wonder what this yokai is all about. So it's a sock puppet yokai. Oh, well, that's pretty adorable. I would never realize that there would be a sock puppet yokai out of all things, but I guess you can kind of expect the unexpected when it kind of happens here in the yokai game. They just love to just throw random yokais and just call it that type of enemy there. So we got ourselves, we'll put a sock in it. So now we actually have 2 different medallions here. So yeah, so now we just kind of just move these different pieces around with having 2 different yokais. Now, down below there, I don't think we ever really got ourselves into too much different type of stuff here. But yes, from what Whisper is talking about, down below is that we have all these random blank circles here. Well, later on, we'll probably be adding more yokais into our inventory. But right now, we can't really go and do any type of subbing at this point. So we're just going to kind of have with both with Lion Geist here and also with Jabonyon, and just kind of just dealing out with these guys for the time being. Alright, so it looks like we don't have to go and do any type of superpowers or anything at that point in time just to get our special combo there for Lion Geist, but that's alright. But hey, you know what? At least we're building up a little bit of some more EXP, because that's what we kind of want to go and do here. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go and get this medallion, I don't think, for put a sock in it. But we will be able to go and get ourselves with a brand new item, though, for equipment for different yokais. Which now we're going to be getting ourselves into the tutorial of how the item type of placement is going to be all about. So, just like how we did before in Yokai Watch 1 and also in Yokai Watch 4, we will be able to go and add different items to all of our certain different yokais. And each item does have their own specific type of stat boosting or decreasing depending on what you're going to be doing with that certain yokai. Now, I know that I did kind of bring up the topic about during a couple episodes ago, or maybe it was episode 1 or something like that, but I did say that we are going to have to go and pick up with books as well, which I'm pretty sure that the books are going to be also here for this game as well too, which that actually does change up the way of how your attitude of different yokais are going to be all about. And we've already tried that out before, and that's normally kind of a way of how you can build up your yokai and see what you can actually go and do with. I still have to go and do some research with what type of yokais that I want to go and find on this certain adventure journey that we actually do have, because I do want to go and search for what type of good yokai is actually somewhat pretty handy here in Yokai Watch 3. Now again, I did tell you guys within episode 2 and episode 1 is that if you guys ever do have any type of tips or any type of tricks or anything of that type of nature here in Yokai Watch 3, that you guys could let me know in the comments down below, or even let me know what type of good yokai is actually somewhat reliable here in this game, because I'm going to go and try to do that on my own time as well. But it doesn't hurt to get your guys' opinion of certain different new yokai here for Yokai Watch 3, because again, now I just found out that this area, I want to say, is apparently supposed to be in the land of BBQ. It's supposed to be like our home turf of well, basically of North America at this point in time, because it seems like Springdale is like more so in Japan area, and then over here this is like more so of like North America that's going on, or more so in the United States, right? So we're going to be seeing a lot of American type of yokai that are going to be spawning up around over here. But we'll probably be seeing some other returning yokai as well. I know that we saw like Cord Fuse, but that was more so here of probably the new game of what was going on with the Yokai Watch 3, because we saw him in Yokai Watch 4. So now it looks like Nate's dad has literally been possessed once again. Just like how it always happens here. Last time he got possessed by Lion Geist, and now he got himself possessed by some sort of meat-loving yokai that's going to be here, which we will be finding that out in just a little bit. I believe his name is actually BBQ Quivel, I think, or BBQ Evil or something. I guess he's supposed to be like a barbecue devil or something out here. This man is just loving the meat. This man can literally be named Luffy at this point in time, because this man loves meat. But those look like some pretty good food, if I have to say so myself. I actually do have some steaks in my fridge right now at this point in time, and just seeing that steak right there makes me hungry for actually to cook up one later throughout today for my time. And yeah, and if you guys don't know, today, well, basically, throughout the last week, it was kind of the start of my summer break. So I got quite a while to just kind of hang around for a little bit and do some post-recording for you guys. So pretty nice around with that. I don't know if I already went to stated this before, but I do have a brand new gaming mouse pad, and I was finally able to go and use this for the very first time for this episode for today. And I do have to say, it's actually not all that too bad. I actually do really like this new gaming mouse pad, and I'll probably go and show it off to you guys on Twitter, but it's really cool. It actually fits like my whole entire desk. Well, I want to say somewhat fits my whole entire desk. It kind of just stops at the point of like maybe just like a quarter of the way or somewhere around there. But it's actually not too bad. It's like almost like a Call of Duty type of gaming mouse pad, which it looks really nice. Now, there was like one that I was looking up for, which it did have like some RGB lighting to it, but then you also have to go and like use a USB to like attach it to your gaming tower. So, and unfortunately, I don't have a lot of USB ports to kind of go and do all the stuff that I can do anymore, because like unfortunately, this whole entire like gaming PC that I have has a fit with my mic, which I'm talking to you guys right now, my webcam that I also have a USB attached to it as well, and then we also of course can't forget that my sound bar I have is also here to it. And also, too, not only that, but I can't forget that I also have my controller attached to it with my Xbox One controller with the wireless receiver. So yeah, majority of like almost all my spots have literally almost been taken up, and I just don't really want to have to go and try to get another USB port to it. I know that there's like different like adapters and other things that you can kind of extend to get more USBs and more other things to it, because you can't actually have like infinite amount of USBs. It's just that I'm not really going out of my way to just buy an adapter just for that. But yeah, so now we're going to be learning about how this actual battle works around with. So it seems like if we ever do go and find like a loafer type of enemies, kind of like somewhat of like a slacking of like a Pokemon or something that kind of just literally just kind of well, I want to say just kind of, I guess, just loads around at this point in time, you'll be able to get like different like spirit orbs and other like HP orbs and other things of that type of nature, and kind of boost up your soul meter, or you could actually go and do it to actually boost up on the on your HP to restore it back. So that's pretty nice that Treater here actually has something like that. Now, unfortunately, I don't really know how to pick up on those said actual orbs, so unless if I have to like use like the little checker system to kind of move between different spots to pick up with those, I guess that is probably something here. But yeah, the only way that Treater could actually go and actually talk to us here in in this game seems like he has to go onto his phone and actually use his ghost phone to actually go and talk to Usapon for this. And with that, we got ourselves with a special medallion. And it's actually pretty cool that Treater actually does have his own little Twitter handle out here. Or I should say Treater handle that is going to be happening out here. I wonder what type of evolution that Treater would probably get. Because like I know that has like a nickname of like like what Twitter is, kind of like a play all word onto that. So it's kind of interesting to see what other type of name that Treater would have afterwards. Maybe we'd have to go and probably like have something to do with like maybe like one of those like trolls or something like on the internet or something. But But it would have to fit in with like a tree type of thing, right? I don't think it would fit with a troll. That'd be more so of like a goblin or something, right? But anyways, we got ourselves with a medallion book out here for silver, so that's pretty nice. So now we actually have a medallion book for Nate and a medallion book for Hailey Ann. So that's really nice that we could go and do something like that there.
Shoot.
But now we're going to be learning something here from Usapon, which I believe we already went and just found that out just a couple minutes ago. But I didn't really go into too much about it. But Usapon can actually go and use his little space gun that he actually does have, and we can try to, well, basically try to at least, well, get the certain yokai that's gonna be hidden in some of these, like from like the different cars or other different places, and that is gonna be the way that we can actually be able to go and grab those yokais that we do need for it. So it seems like we're gonna have to go and start reaching our way over towards to Nate's place, it looks like, because it seems like they're on the hunt for the BBQ devil themselves as well too, right? Well, we do have another yokai, which I believe we've already went up and met up with one of these type of yokais from before, but we are gonna have to do a somewhat of a triple battle that's gonna be here. So it looks like we got ourselves some new other yokais, which I don't think we ever got to see either, and hopefully these guys are not gonna be too crazy, but just try to go and move around into different spots here and see what we could go and do. Nice. Now, I still have to go and try... Oh, okay, so that's how you do the target system there. Is that I should probably go and do that one time. But I don't think we ever really got a target unlockable yet, because it seems like we could only go and do soulmate, purifying, and items at this point in time. Because I guess the game has to go through all the certain type of elements beforehand until we actually get ourselves fully situated into the actual game of Yokai Watch 3. But anyway, see you guys then.